Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the vlog. Okay, so this week we are doing another little wellness week. I had this thought on Sunday and I was like, you know what? I feel like I need just like a week of like resetting and to just take care of my health, put myself first, prioritize myself. And it's exactly what we're gonna do this week. So today I actually decided, because I've been meaning to do this, but I scheduled a tox appointment, which is basically just a lymphatic drainage massage. I have been there a few times and I actually like really like it. The first couple of times I was like, does this even work? But then I think once you go like semi like every quarter, I see like a major difference and it just like feels good. I'm not gonna lie though, it fucking hurts when you're doing it or like when the lady's doing it to you, but I really like it. And I will put all of like the benefits of a lymphatic drainage massage right here, because it is just a little too early to get into that right now. This week, we are prioritizing ourselves, ladies, okay? I'm here in Soho and we are going to the Tox. I'm so excited. Okay, it's also a gorgeous day out. There it is. The peanut butter chocolate and I added protein to it because I was listening to this podcast yesterday that talks about how good cacao is for you, and I was like, say less. Okay, so one of my goals this year has been to become a better cook, and so my mom, being an absolute gem, sent me over this soup pot. And today, we are gonna use it for the first time because I'm gonna make tortellini soup. So I like had this thought to myself and I was like, you know, I feel like I don't have any like go-to dishes like that I'm really good at. And I feel like soup has to be easy, right? I mean, I'm like, you can't like mess up soup that badly. So I'm hoping that this turns out well, but anyway, yeah, I figured I'd give you guys that little cooking update because that is one of my goals, and I feel like if I say it on here then I'll like kind of stick to it. So let's get cooking. Okay, so I have everything here that my mom said. I think I tried to like cut down her recipe because obviously this is only going to be feeding me, myself, and I. But it's literally just broth, diced tomatoes, minced garlic, tortellini, and spinach. So let's do this. Oh my god, what the fuck? Me already struggling? Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, we're back in action. Are you ready for this taste test? I'm a little nervous. I mean, it smells delicious. I think I used chopped garlic instead of minced garlic. I did not even know there was a difference, to be honest, but you live and you learn. Tastes like my mom's. Oh my God, it's delicious. I think if anything, I could use a little cracked pepper on it, but this is fire. Oh my God, I'm so proud of myself. Super easy. I'm gonna leave the recipe for it down below, because when I tell you that it's basically foolproof. Whipping out the Barefoot Dreams robe, and since this vlog is dedicated to wellness, I figured I would give you guys my top wellness tips and tricks. I feel like wellness is so important to me because mental health has been such a vital part of my early 20s into this part of my life, but especially my early 20s, I feel like I struggled with my mental health, and so now I feel like wellness has just taken such a big role in my life and in my happiness, I guess. My own well-being has become such a priority in my life where I feel like it didn't used to be. But now I am just the most confident and just sure of myself, and I feel like that has to do with how well I've learned to take care of myself. And I wanted to tell you guys about some of the major things that I've done to kind of get there. Whereas if you're struggling, or just you want to incorporate wellness more into your daily life, you can take some of my tips. So one of the major things that I've done for years is journaling, which you guys are not going to be shocked, because I think I've shown my journal at least 3 times throughout this entire vlog right now. Journaling, I feel has always been such a key factor into just mind dumping, and I use journaling as a lot of different outlets. It's not like I just journal about one thing. Sometimes I'll journal about life and my frustrations and just kind of getting it all on paper so that I don't burden, I guess, the people around me. But also I think it's a good way to see a problem in front of you and then solving it yourself. Where I think sometimes it helps me not make issues bigger than they actually are. Sometimes you'll think things are such a big deal because it really makes you emotional, but then you kind of realize where it's you write it down on paper and you're good thing I journaled about it, now I'm over it. But I also feel it's a good way just to recenter yourself, and talking about some days I'll just literally talk about the things that I'm grateful for, or the things that I just feel are going so right, and the things that I'm so happy about, and that just makes you feel so much better, because I feel appreciating the little things just elevates your mood so much. But I also just genuinely love to write, so your girl writes all the time. I probably journal 2 to 3 times a day, which is crazy, but it is such a good habit, because it's that saying where it's when you focus on the good gets better. And I feel using your journal like that, where it's you're just talking about all the fantastic things, or the way that you've grown, or the way that you want to grow, or like visualizing where it's like, who do I want to be? Like I have just so many good journal prompts that I can't fit in this entire segment, but stay tuned and I'm sure I will give more journal prompts. Or like if you follow my TikTok, I think I give journal prompts like pretty regularly. But anyway, the next thing that I started doing, let me put on deodorant. Anyway, but the other thing that I feel like really changed the game for me was starting yoga. I cannot say enough good things about yoga because not only did it lead me to making so many amazing friends, I feel like it helped regulate my nervous system, which is not something I feel like I learned how to do until probably a year ago, or no, probably 2 years ago. But ever since, like being more aware of like my breathing and connecting to your body, it really kind of like grounds you in a way that I never knew how to do before starting it. I think another part of like growing up that I realized about myself was, I was like, you know what, I constantly am one of those people that I like need to learn new things, and learning how to do like, you know, a headstand or like the crow pose, like those are just not things that I ever would have done if I didn't start yoga. But I also feel like it's gonna be a theme throughout like probably my entire life, because I'm just one of those people that I'm like, you know what, if I've got one life, then I am gonna try as many new things as possible. And I feel like that keeps life exciting, at least for me. I never wanna be that complacent. I feel like in my life, like I always wanna push myself to like try new things and like experience new things. That I feel like it was part of me starting yoga, which ultimately led me to just having such better mental health than I ever had before. Oh, so the last thing that I wanted to talk about, I'll only put 3 in this little segment so I don't ramble on forever, but training my brain not to scroll first thing in the morning or kind of like ever throughout the day. If you guys have been following me, you know that in August, was it August or like, it was probably like late July, I had just a series of events. It was like a series of unfortunate events that just like happened one right after the other, and I was like on the brink of like a fucking mental breakdown. I was like, I can't handle this. And I realized that I had started scrolling on TikTok a lot again, and whenever I find myself that I do that, it always negatively affects my mental health. So then I like completely went off the app, even stopped creating content for that month of August. And I think doing that, it was almost like a cleanse to the system, where now I'm back on the app and like I'm creating, but I don't scroll on my For You page. I only scroll on my following page. So I really like, it's like a more curated version of my TikTok, which I feel like was better for my mental health, because I don't know, I just feel like seeing that many people was just overwhelming to my system. But that's why I like my following page, because I know what I'm gonna get, I know the people that I'm gonna see. And the only app that I religiously scroll on is Pinterest. I fucking love Pinterest, you guys. Like, it's amazing. I think it was Jay Shetty who said, maybe in his book, Think Like a Monk, where waking up in the morning and scrolling first thing is like allowing 100 random people into your bedroom. It's like, you don't want to do that. It's fucking weird. You don't want that kind of energy first thing in the morning. I feel like it's not setting yourself up for a good, peaceful day. Those are my 3 little tidbits of wellness advice. Let me know if you guys like this, because I could talk about this for literally ages. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get on with my day and I will check in with you guys later.